Dr. Frias, you're gonna tell me everything you know about Brainiac's invasion of your world.
What exactly do you hope to gain from this conversation, Director Waller?
Knowing how and why their resistance failed.
I can only tell you what I observed. You tried to recruit me, a lot, so I moved to increasingly remoter locations.
And that was enough to shake me? Shake her off?
Yes, but I can only assume that you died. I don't imagine for a second that you gave up.
And so you just sat back and watched your world freeze?
I made calculations based on the data I had. Turns out the data wasn't viable. So I focused on ensuring that Nora and I survived.
Now, despite surviving alone on a frozen planet, your psych reports are normal.
I had my wife. Were you even listening? Colonel Flagg, I assume you are the good cop?
If that's what I need to be, then yeah, I guess I am. My question is real simple. What made you change your mind?
Then it deserves a simple answer. Nora.
Okay. Then I guess what I'm really asking is, why us, and not the us's from your world?
I exhausted all the avenues available to me on my world. Who wouldn't accept a second chance when it's offered? Even if it means working with a shady government agency.
Well, when it comes to handling Brainiac, that shady government agency has had a damn sight more luck than you.
On this world, perhaps. Do you want to know what happened to you on my world, Colonel Flagg?
Hell no. I make a point of never asking about other versions of me. Being envious of myself is not a can of worms I want to open.
Wise.
I'm glad you joined us under your own volition. Normally, when someone refuses my calls, I send in a capture team.
And how do you think that would have gone for them?
The suit is quite impressive, though I suspect much of the effect stems from your imposing stature.
I have a lot of time on my hands and a working understanding of the importance of physical health on one's mental health.
A lot of time to think about abandoning your world to its fate?
What do you want me to say, Director? I made a mistake. A terrible lapse in judgment.
I appreciate your candor, Doctor. It's refreshing to talk to someone with their humanity still intact. But don't think that gets you special treatment.
Thank you, I think.
Let's talk about your old lady. Nora was an eco-terrorist, right?
She doesn't care for that label.
Fine. Then what was she?
She is a realist.
And what is it exactly that realists do to help the planet?
Oh, a little monkey wrenching, some light arson.
And the suit helps with this how exactly?
The suit came after the invasion. Actually, its roots were in my projects with Nora, developing environmentally friendly food cold packing, plant strains that could survive cold winters, hydroponics. Oh, who knew I was really going to need those?
Plans, huh? So why the ice axe?
Axes appeal to people like me and Nora. It's a thing.
So aside from Deadshot, you're the only squad member who actually has someone to live for. That's a real bonus for us.
I'm glad my comatose wife is considered an operational plus.
Well, yeah, but no, it must have been pretty tough for you when Nora got sick. I know what it's like to lose someone you love.
I haven't lost Nora. But yes, it wasn't easy. I gave up everything to focus on finding a cure.
Must have been tough for you to make ends meet. You'd do anything for her, right?
When the grant money dried up, I had to seek other sources of income. Questionable sources, but no murder, Nora's rule. I don't already been preparing for off-grid living. Honestly, I'm surprised more villains don't consider it.
What I wouldn't give for that utopian future. But villains never go to ground for long, do they?
We would have. I don't like people. And I've always been enough for Nora. Hello, Colonel. The director got you working double shifts?
Okay. Tell me to mind my damn business, but I gotta ask. How'd you and Nora meet?
At a conference. She was giving a talk on radical environmentalism, and I was just blown away by her. I tried to talk to her afterwards, but got all tongue-tied, and I walked away. She followed, gave me her number, and that was that.
So Nora rules the roost, huh?
You're not wrong. You do not want to get on her bad side.
How do you think she's gonna feel when she finds out you resorted to crime to support her?
You really haven't been paying attention, have you? She's going to be proud of the things I've done. In fact, if anything, she's going to have some serious FOMO. We were already villains before she got ill. She was excited for us to change the world together, and to hell with the rules. We were just starting to settle into our new life when Brainiac attacked our world.
Hell of an origin story.
I understand Colonel Flagg has been getting a little off topic. Is finding a cure for Nora going to be detrimental to you staying on mission?
I can't save her alone, so it looks like I need you. For now.
That doesn't really answer my question, does it?
I suppose not. That must be incredibly frustrating for you.
You know, I can see why Brainiac was interested in you. You're single-minded, clinical, stubborn even. You've proven time and time again that you'll do whatever it takes to protect the only thing that matters to you.
Was that intended as flattery or a character assassination? As I have said many times, yes, my chief concern is Nora, but not at the exclusion of all else.
Well, I hope so, Doctor. For all our sakes.
Director Waller, we have something to discuss.
Do we now?
What happens when I find a cure for Nora?
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
How about we cross it now? My cryotech has allowed you to realize whatever it is you plan to do with the Justice League.
And obviously we are grateful for your cooperation.
Not to mention the civilian applications of the cure. You can have the tech, the research, it's yours. All I want is your guarantee that...
We'll revisit this conversation when you find your cure. For now, let's concentrate on stopping Brainiac destroying another world. Keep the others in line. And there could be a future for both of you that doesn't involve conjugal visits.
Okay, so thanks for finally letting me ask you about who I was before.
I want to hold those thanks till you hear what I have to say, Lil Red.
Oh, because it's bad? Did I do really terrible stuff back then?
Back then? Have you talked to the guy who got locked in a giant test tube in your room?
Yeah, I talk to Rayland all the time. Okay, so to preface my investigation...
Yikes, love hearing that word come out of a kid with a recorder. And is that a pint-sized notebook you got there?
Lab notes. Standard size. So, first question. Why don't you ever call me Pamela?
Oof. Well, because it ain't your name.
Anymore. It's not my name anymore. So obviously we both know it's not my name, but a lot of people still call me Pamela. It's a distinct pattern.
Really? Unbelievable. Let me ask you something, kid. These people calling you that name, is it mostly the fellas?
Yeah? How'd you know?
Because men are the most predictable creatures on the planet. You should write that in your little book.
Huh. I kinda just think they're boring. They call me Pamela, I call them meat sacks, and sometimes I try to estimate what their nutritional value would be to Daphne.
Listen, when you grow up, if a meat sack ever tries to make you wear a teeny tiny bathing suit made of leaves, you should definitely let Daphne chomp them.
Me being in water would basically be hydroponics, and, ew. like I want to expose myself to waterborne diseases like some sad meat sack taking a bath. Good one, Arlene. So, Harleen, were we like best friends? I bet we were best friends.
Best friend I ever had, that's for sure.
Did I ever make you laugh really hard? Did I tell you any secrets? Oh, do you know when my birthday is?
Okay, so yes, especially after a few, soda pops? Secrets, definitely yes, but no frickin' way I'm telling any of those to a minor.
It's fine. I can wait.
And you know what? I actually never knew her birthday. It's kind of funny, ain't it?
Oh. Okay.
Well, hey, you're a whole new person, plant green little gal. Now, you can make your birthday whenever you want. How about tomorrow?
Oh, that's Daphne's birthday. They're my best friend, and they'd never forgive me.
See, this is why I always say plants are too high maintenance. What else do you want to know?
Time for some high-class trash. You're buying.
What'd you say to me?
Oh, I don't know. It was this dream I had about you. I've actually had a lot of dreams about you. Do you know what it means?
Dreams are just gibberish, babe. Your brain making scrambled eggs. They don't mean anything at all.
Harleen, I was just thinking about you. And there you are.
Oh, yeah? That's not creepy at all. Hey, could we have a little talk about something for a sec?
Okay, first, just tell me, do you have a favorite flower? I know it's a super illogical question because all flora are interdependent, but...
I like daisies. So that little dream you mentioned, do you have any other memory things like that? Like maybe about me, or stuff me and Pamela did, allegedly?
Sometimes, as my cellular structure matures, it'll unlock my biological memories and they'll bloom into my conscious mind. Like daisies, but about people, though. So.
Perfect, fascinating stuff, and really not disturbing at all. Say, when you remember something, you don't go telling everybody all about it, do you?
Are you asking me to keep a secret with you? Because we're best friends?
Sure, yeah, we're buddies. But it's not like whatever you're seeing in your dreams is even real, right?
Totally. I mean, why would I tell anyone about the recurring dream where you show me what's inside this big safe? And there are a lot of diamonds in there.
Okay, kid, what do you want?
Makeovers.
Fine.
So what's your favorite memory of me?
Oh, gotta be the time you took out a dozen of Brainiac's guys with...
No, that just happened. I mean, like, memories of me from before. When I was a grown-up.
Sorry, Sprout, but that wasn't you. We both gotta face facts. That was Pamela, and you ain't her.
Okay, fine. I get it. God, forget it.
Whoa, hey, we having a little temper tantrum right now? Cause your Aunt Harley knows all about those.
Just stop it! You don't understand! That's all anyone ever says to me! You don't sound like her! You don't look like her! You're not her! But they also can't stop talking about her and calling me her name and wanting me to be her, even though I'm also not good enough, I guess. And what am I supposed to do?
Huh, yeah. You're in a real pickle. You like those? I think I'm hungry.
I'd rather die than eat an embalmed cucumber.
Okie dokie, you're gonna be a fun teenager. I'm gonna give you a little space because I made you turn green in, like, a weird way. And all I'm thinking about is guacamole.
Ah!
Knock knock. What's up, little green queen?
Do I still look like an avocado to you?
Wouldn't you take that as a compliment? And hey, this is kind of what I wanted to say to you before. You can't let anyone else tell you who you are, okay?
Well, obviously, I'm a singular species, so any other information couldn't possibly be peer-reviewed, and I'd never consult an unreliable source. Or listen to one.
Whoa, I respect the attitude, but don't use it with me. I'm older than you now, and I've been in your shoes. Just don't build your life around anyone but you. Not even Pamela.
You'd be okay with that?
Hell yeah, it's a new chapter for both of us. No one defines us, we define ourselves.
Yeah. Meat sacks have the worst ideas anyway. I looked up that bathing suit of leaves. It's like, do they even understand their own anatomy? But I can see why she was friends with you. You're pretty cool.
Cool for a meat sack or just cool? Don't answer that.
Arlene, what did you want to be when you grew up?
What, you don't think this is exactly what I pictured as a little girl?
Daphne said you seemed like you were the kind of kid who was really into horses. I totally defended you, but it was weird as them to just insult somebody like that.
Yeah, they're usually such a doll.
I just think they've got the wrong idea about you somehow. Maybe it's because you don't visit me enough.
Well, maybe I would if there wasn't a giant green third wheel sucking up all the oxygen.
Actually, they produce oxygen. We both do. We have a lot in common that way. Sometimes I feel like they're the only one who can really understand me.
Okay, first of all, I already knew about the photosynthesis thingy, alright? It was a metaphor. My roots go a little deeper than Daphne's when it comes to you, Beansprout.
Wow. Are you so jealous of my other best friend right now?
Oh my god, I am. I'm jealous of a weed with teeth.
Maybe you should fight over me. Here, I prepared this special serum.
A cabbage with a dog collar. Nice try, sweetie.
Wait, Harleen! Come back!
It's fun hanging out with powerful people. And Boomer.
Oi, I'm powerful. Got more powers than the lot of yous. Real ones too. Seeing the world in angles and physics faster than you can blink.
That's horse shit. First thing you said to Landrum was that you're no meta.
Yeah, well, maybe I was just bluffing. Misdirection is part of my superpower, actually.
So, the boomerangs are just an extension of some deeper mathematical superpower.
Yeah, that's it. Mathematical superpower.
Hey, Boomerang. You know there's no shame in not being a meta, right? You worked hard, developed a skill.
I'm not ashamed. And I didn't need to work on nothing, I told you. I'm naturally gifted. I came over to the US as an Olympic athlete. But then they found out about my powers and booted me.
Ooh, I'm an avid fan of the Olympics. Which team were you on?
The Aussie Olympic, throwing stuff team. Yeah, very prestigious.
So let's say Boomerang does have powers. How'd he get them?
Perhaps it was a boomerang experiment gone tragically wrong.
Well, if you must know, I got bitten by the big koala and started feeling different.
A large marsupial? How large?
Aw, that's kinda cute. All troubled kids need an imaginary friend.
Oi, I thought shrinks were supposed to be understanding and stuff.
I am still confused by your origin story, Boomerang. An Olympian gifted powers by a magic marsupial does not seem plausible.
Yeah, well, my old man paid everyone to keep quiet about it. Because he's dead rich. And he loves me. Not like yours.
I see. I am pleased you have known the support of a loving parent.
Oh, Sharko! Oh, that just came out. I didn't mean it, mate.
Hold up. If your rich daddy worked so hard to protect you, why is he letting you run around in a costume?
He doesn't know. They don't have the news back home. Australian TV's mostly just pictures of big spiders.
Hey, guys. Anyone else sick of their guns being covered in penguins' flop sweat? Maybe Boomerang Sugar Daddy should buy us some better hardware.
He could. He's not real, all right? I'm not rich, I'm not an athlete, and I don't have powers. I'm just a guy who throws things.
So why lie?
'Cause look at you lot. Smart, powerful, deadly. I crawled into the wheel well of a plane to get here. Had to ship my boomerangs to myself. Surface mail. I'm like the bloody Flash of the squad. You know, the funny one who's a bit shit.
You have many fine qualities, and you're not simply a liar. You're a pathological liar.
Thanks, Shark. Means a lot from you.
Salutations, water cooler crew. What are we up to? Gossiping? Shooting the shit? Drawing up a coup?
We are hydrating ourselves, Joker, to ensure internal homeostasis.
Sure, I get the code. Can't let the rubes catch on, yeah? Anyways, got room for another sardine in the tin? I've been dying to gossip about our new lady friend.
Ooh, freeze? Talk about a tall, ice-cold glass of water, am I right?
Yeah, tall glass of water. Or the pill you take with it.
You got something to say, Joker?
Look, we have a well-oiled machine here. A delicate balance of attention-seeking, insecure personalities, checks and balances. Like Shark said, homies. Sure, but Mrs. Stoic Cold Woman is gonna ruin everything.
She seems quite competent to me.
That's exactly the problem. Incompetence is our secret weapon. Without it, we're just like everyone else. And everyone else is freaking dead!
Yeesh, someone's jealous!
Deadshot, Harley, Boomerang! Oh, just the man I wanted to see!
Oh, that's never good.
We're buddies, aren't we? Pals? Simpatico? Not like that new gal Freeze. Oh, what a pill, right?
Come on, man. Are you still on this?
She poses an existential threat to the team! I've tried pushing her buttons. Nothing works. She's not interested in any external validation. That's the only thing we have in common. Without it, we'd fall apart.
We also have the brain bombs in common. I think that's enough of a denominator.
One bomb in the brain and everyone's a stooge? She doesn't even have a sense of humor. She never laughs at my jokes.
Honey, no one laughs at your jokes. So I guess we have that in common too. Joker, just the dimensional cover version of an ex I was looking for.
What is it, Harley? Deadshot? Booms? Why are you all here? Oh, is this about Freeze?
We're a team, Joker. We gotta be on the same page. And how can you hate her? Don't you just wanna climb her like a tree?
She's on a mission, focused, and a great workout partner.
And she loves her wife very much. I have not experienced much love in my life.
Love schmuv. We have enough love in this squad already. Like Boomer's crushing on Shark. Hard. We all know that, right? It's obvious, right?
We're just mates. Just a pair of blokes sticking together.
Fine. I'll play nice. Hey, Vicky, I'm sorry that your arrival is tearing this squad apart, and I'm the only one brave enough to talk about it! Ha! Don't tell me this is a she's right behind me moment.
Yes, Joker, it is.
Hoisted by my own petard! And boy, could you hoist it. Listen, strong lady, we good? We're good, right? Yeah, good. Well, I feel like we really made a breakthrough. Good talk. Bye!
What a pill.
Another success for you. And yet I'm no closer to solving the mystery of which metric you met that I did not.
If I'm putting a team together, Eddie, I'm gonna pass on the guy who don't play well with others.
A grave misconception. More than any other villain, my modus operandi means I can only work with others.
Oh, I do enjoy your riddles, but I would struggle to spend any appreciable amount of time with you.
I don't see why it's my responsibility to coddle idiots who are threatened by my vast intellectual prowess.
In truth, I believe Amanda Waller did you a kindness. Any team would have brutally murdered you.
Aha! So what I interpreted as disrespect was Waller's concern for my well-being. Her long game could almost rival mine.
As I breached dimension after dimension, I realized the enormity of my task. Countless Karus lost to countless disasters, without a Kaluan of my will, my drive to rally behind. I must assume the inferiority of my other selves, based on the evidence available. And as I cannot alter time, not yet, all I can do is solve for the problem of Kolu's fall in retrospect. There is no saving the dream of the Kolus that once were, only rebuilding their glory anew. In my image, of course. This isn't about empire, it's about legacy.
Director, so we're officially activating the task force. Have you read my latest field dossier?
I have. Zalika's a promising asset. I've already put in for the transfer. So, the team might grow. Shark, this hack you've discovered, and Riddler.
Riddler? You didn't mention Riddler. Why do we need him?
Mechanic. I only just got the confirmation that he's a go. You have high blood pressure, Colonel. I didn't want to raise it over nothing if it fell through.
Well, it didn't fall through, and my blood pressure is up. Why Riddler, though, Director? I mean, God, what about Gizmo?
Simple. Gizmo lacks Riddler's criminal intellect. Running a plutonium smuggling ring is chump change.
Yeah, exactly. That sounds like good news to me. Someone predictable, reliable, normal.
Normal's wishful thinking, Colonel. We work with the tools we have. We need people we can control.
And you think we can control Riddler?
Flag, with a nanite bomb, I can control anyone. If they'd let me put one in Superman, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Director, I have the latest strategy packets here.
I see. Thank you. Put them on my desk.
We're, low on options. We have Riddler and Shark in the chamber, plus 4 blanks.
5 blanks. We aren't deploying Riddler.
Thank the Lord for small mercies. So what's the plan? Bag more cons, throw them into the meat grinder?
If you have a better option, Flag, I'd love to hear it.
I don't know, have we ever thought about acid production? We could really use a meta in our corner.
You should know by now that metas are a liability. Even before this shit hit the fan in Metropolis. We need bodies, Colonel. The worst of the worst. You know what? You can toss the strategy packets, Flag. I know our next move. We're going back to Arkham. Oh, and get a capture team on Gizmo. I might have known Riddler would deploy himself. Truth is, I did know. But he really knows how to piss me off.
Big old 10-4 on that. Think he needs an attitude adjustment?
No, not yet. Brainiac is going to push us all to our limit. I'm testing this team for cracks, Flag. Enigma will be our pressure.
Not seeing any shortage of pressure, ma'am. The sooner Brainiac's day comes, the sooner we get ours.
Is that so?
You know I'm in for the long haul.
But do we really want to be running this show forever?
This isn't my show. Eliminating Brainiac is my task, all the way until it isn't. Stay in your lane, Colonel.
Permission to clarify?
You'd better.
My apologies, ma'am. But if I make it to the end, I got a beach in mind. Saw it on my first deployment. I just assumed we all looked forward to our, veteran years.
Well, many do, Rick. A word of advice between friends. Never look forward to mine. Are we clear?
Crystal, ma'am.
What a difference one moment of quiet brings. Nearly forgot to care where Task Force X is. All under your watchful eye, I trust.
Correct, ma'am. Well, there's Riddler. But at least that little sadist has him running assault sims again.
Good. Irritating, sure, but you can't deny his shrewdness. With any luck, that part will rub off on them.
Affirmative. Sure is worth his salt intel-wise. Doubt A.R.G.U.S could keep him out if we tried. Bet he'd even teach us a thing or two.
I don't like assumptions.
Figured as much. Hey, maybe he needs a vacation. Little trip to Boot Camp Island might, settle him some.
Keep him at arm's length. Riddler's a needy man-child, but certainly not stupid. He can have all the fun he likes so long as we keep his guile in check.
And what if we can't?
I leave that to you. I'm not interested in taming his ego. He's shaping our task force whether he intends to or not.
Understood, Director. But if he screws us, we kill him, right?
Like a lame horse, Colonel.
Director, you want the good news or the bad news?
I'm running on 2 hours of sleep and stale coffee, Colonel. I'm past the point of good news.
All right. I've got the sitrep here on a recent on-site acquisition that needs your sign-off.
All right. Penguin.
Last of the old guard, seeing how every other con in Gotham is dead or indisposed. But against all odds, he's proven useful. I wouldn't call him collaborative.
Malleable, then. The benefits of recruiting underworld invertebrates. Ivy?
Brighter by the day. Smart kid. Too smart. And a button pusher. We are, working on our team dynamics.
And the new toy man? He seems enthusiastic.
Yeah. Sharp as a tack, but his naivete is a double-edged sword. So long as we're trying to save the world, he'll play ball.
Fine. Get to the bad news.
Well, at least one of them is leaking state secrets to Lois Lane, ma'am.
God damn it!
I'll, put another pot of coffee on. Revised staff dossiers for you, Director. Freeze is field ready, or close to, and Joker is... Joker. Our happy family continues to grow.
Don't be cute with me, Colonel. I know you have reservations.
Reservations? No, ma'am. I think we are damn fools to let any Joker close to this operation, regardless of which or spat him out.
I appreciate your concern, and I'll tell you the same thing I told the Joint Chiefs and the President when they greenlit this decision. My decision.
He's a lunatic, ma'am.
A damn near unkillable lunatic. In Brainiac's hands, he's a problem. In our hands, he's Brainiac's problem.
And Freeze? What's the end game there? We really gonna help her find a cure for her wife?
The benefits of Freeze's cryogenic research far outweigh the time of a couple of scientists. We keep her busy and we keep her in the field. If we happen to stumble across a cure for the common cold along the way, well, all the better.
Director, if I may.
Look, I don't like it either, Colonel. Frankly, not much about this I do like. But this is how it has to be if we have any hope of recovering the League. That remains our priority.
And after that, things just go back to the way they were?
No. Things go back to the way they should have been. Everything and everyone in their place. That'll be all, Colonel. What'd you bring me, Colonel?
The intel you requested, ma'am. Goes by Lawless. She's a hotshot on the, redistribution of wealth scene. Specializes in the recently booming Kaluan tech trade.
An entrepreneurial spirit. She's got initiative. You don't come across director material often in this line of work. If there's potential there, I want to know.
Director material? Permission to speak freely?
Since when have you needed permission?
Joker was a hard pill to swallow. But are you seriously considering taking on an unknown vigilante as some sort of protege?
Unknown? Come off it, Colonel. We both know who they are.
All I'm saying is, squad morale is flimsy on the best days. And this is the longest surviving task force in program history. We know they're gonna save the world. They have to. But after that?
We're never going to parole them, Flag. But we don't have to kill them either. You're dismissed.